I'm Liz from Eyesight. We're here to do the pre-season testing for Hull City. So we're in charge of eyes, so we're having a good look at the player's vision, the colour perception, checking all the muscles are working, and just making sure everything looks nice and healthy. So come along, I'll take you through.
Be nice to have a break. I had a couple of holidays, got away with the family. Then yeah, just enjoyed it. You're a long time in season, so I think it is important that you have a bit of downtime, sort of recover, rest mentally and physically. But looking forward to the season ahead. There's been a bit of change at the club. So again, really excited for what's to come. I think everybody's really eager to get to know each other, which is very typical when there has been like a new transition and a change of staff. I think the trip to Turkey will be really healthy for us. It's always a nice time to go away and spend some valuable time with each other and get to know how the gaffer wants to work, both on and off the pitch. I think that's important. Yeah, again, you're closer to that first game of the season, so you have your sort of week here, getting all this stuff done, getting that groundwork in, laying them foundations to go on and have a really successful season.
You mentioned about the testing today. What have you done so far?
You just get scrutinised for the full day. You either get told how good you are at stuff or how bad you are. So there's always a little bit of nerves amongst the lads that have you looked after yourself in the off season. But one thing I will say, that the lads as a whole are brilliant. We always come back in good shape, and like you say, I think that puts you a step in front before you've even started. I think if you're having to spend too long in pre-season getting back in really good shape, as opposed to coming in at a decent level, and then you can really kick on and sort of get on with the football stuff a lot quicker than what you would if you'd not quite looked after yourself. But no, it's good. Lads are competitive, even daft stuff like you say, little tests here and there. Lads want to beat each other out, whether it's on the computer, it's the eye stuff. I'm buzzing because you've told me how good my eyes are, so I can go out there and feed that to the lads. But yeah, it's nice to be back in amongst the boys, and again, you miss it as much as you enjoy the off season. You do miss being in with the lads every day.
Is there any kind of competition, whoever gets the best 1 rep maxes and comes top of testing?
Yeah, it's usually the running. I think that fills the lads with a lot of pride. I think Greavesy won it this year. Yeah, Greavesy had the best time in the 1K time trial.
That's why I mentioned it.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a bit of a nice one to have.
There's new ways of playing 100%, different ways of how we want to play this season and stuff. But no, it's been enjoyable so far the first few days. Everyone's come back in good shape and looking forward to the new season.
How does it compare to the academy? Is it like a step up in level? Can you notice it? Or?
Yeah, 100%. I think obviously you're playing with better players, and I think the first time, especially when you come up, you've got to sort of adjust to the sharpness and the quickness of some of the players and the player. But I think, once you sort of adjust to the speed and the time, and then compete very well. I'm sometimes surprised by like some of the lads. I think obviously being a Hull fan, I've watched Hull my whole life, and sometimes you maybe don't expect a player to be as quick or as strong as what they are, when you come up against them. So it's really eye-opening, yeah. For now, for me, just seeing what I can do here at Hull. Obviously I want to stay here because I love the club and I've been here for ages, but I think just playing first team football and playing the highest level that I can is something that I'm going to try and aim for this season.
With the testing that you've done today, have you had any kind of shock results or areas you need to work on?
Probably the impact one on the concussion. You got to remember a lot of words and a lot of letters, and sometimes it gets a bit tricky after you get a bit tired. To be fair, I think that was pretty good, considering I've not done an eye test in a few years. I think I did all right, yeah. So eyes are looking good for the moment.
You mentioned that you're colourblind. When did you notice?
I don't really know, to be fair. I don't think there was ever a time where I thought, like, oh, I'm colourblind. It was more when I came to do the test.
Was an eye test with us that you?
Probably, yeah. Probably it would have been years ago now, or maybe before. I don't even know. But yeah, it was kind of when I was here. But like I said, I never really thought there was too much wrong until, like I was saying before, about when I was looking up at things like on the scoreboard and I couldn't see the time because of the the effect the colourblind was having. I don't think it really affects me too much on a day-to-day, it's just more of like small things you notice every now and again. There was a couple of times where, for example, I'd be arguing with my missus about how a certain colour was a different colour to what it was. She'd say it was this colour, but I'd be adamant it was a different colour.
It's weird to see because obviously we've done quite a bit of testing and you're the first one that could read numbers in that.
It's really weird because obviously there's numbers that a normal eye, if you like, can see, whereas there's numbers that I can see that you guys can, and vice versa.
Has it affected your game in any way?
No, not really. There's a couple of times in the past when there's been, for example, a kit that's a similar colour to a bib that someone's wearing in training. For example, like a red bib with a dark pink sort of coloured bib, but nothing that affects me too drastically.
So we've just finished the pre-season testing for Hull City. We've been looking at the team's eyes, just making sure everyone's up to speed for the new season. So overall, we've seen quite an improvement in the team. One of the reasons it's so important at this level to maintain vision and eye health is because it can have a really big impact when we're looking at such a high level of athlete, especially things like colour vision. That's really important, especially with the men's team. So males do tend to be affected more with colour deficiency, and it can affect like reds and greens. So with things like the kits, the scoreboard, that can have a big impact because obviously the pitch is green. If you get someone who's struggling to differentiate between different colours, it can make it a lot harder to sort of track things further away. But like I say, we've actually not found any new problems this year, so that's really positive. The other thing that we look at is the depth perception. So that is vital. When you're reacting at such fast speeds, you need to have the muscle balance to be able to get that depth perception so you can react quickly to a ball or a player coming towards you. But again, we've actually seen a big improvement in all of the players across the whole team this year, so that's really positive. One of the reasons Eyesight is being brought in is because we're a local business. We've been in the area doing this for almost 40 years now. So we're close by, we can help the players if we do find any problems that need any treatment or further investigation. We're only around the corner, so we're always on hand to help. So that's us all wrapped up for the pre-season testing for this year. Everyone's done really well. We've seen a general improvement with everyone's eyes. So just want to wish everyone good luck and we'll see you next year.